Hello, it's me, Joe, aka Speak. That's my name. Oh, sweet a maiden cover? There's a what? I don't know what that's referring to. But also, hi everyone. How are your days going? My day's going pretty good. I played a lot of Minecraft this morning, and I want to play more Minecraft. I'm so far into the hole. I have gotten back on the wagon, as it were. I just want to be playing Minecraft at all hours of the day, every day, all the time. But hey, you know what's good is I'm still being productive outside of that. I've already finished one of the like big rewards, probably the most complicated one that I'll have to do from the subathon. So that feels really great. Also, thank you for the bit, Rumples. Minecraft. That's I can't really do the talking like you have a sort of nasal blockage. That's hard for me. I can't do that. Anyways. What is going on here? What is this? Is this meant to be a rainbow? I don't know what's going on here. Look, this is one of the benefits of playing on a server that is active with lots of different people. I've been loving that, by the way. We've had lots of people regularly on the server since the subathon, and it's been really good. Oh yeah, I was going to say, there are also a lot of like smaller rewards that I need to do for the subathon, some like emotes and profile pics and stuff like that. And I think we'll probably do those on stream during next week's art stream, because I don't expect most of those to take me very long. Or I'll probably do a lot of pre-work on them and sort of finish them on stream, so that everybody can see some of that process. Because I don't want to completely remove the art stream. You know, I got to do it at some point. So yeah, we'll get to that eventually. I just got back from a, what do you want to call it? Hydrate, you're so right. I should drink water. I don't know what song that is, but that was very loud to me. Drank! I've got none of that going on. Was working on some Vampire Survivors unlocks. Ooh, nice. How is Vampire Survivors going? I'm doing well. I just got back from a stronghold that I found. And we're sort of in the process on the Fanit Discord of figuring out who is going to be available when within the next few days to help me finish the Stronghold portal and take on the Ender Dragon. So we'll probably we might end up replacing one of the scheduled streams next week with Minecraft instead of whatever game I have in place there. It'll probably be either Monday or Tuesday, unless we decide to do it off stream on Sunday. Which, like I said before, I've been looking for more games to play off stream, and Minecraft is a perfect one for that. So we might take on the Ender Dragon off stream, just like as friends rather than like a stream thing. So yeah, that's a possibility. Oh, I also wanted to get some dripstone so that we could get a sort of lava farm going. I'm actually going to keep that in my inventory so I can work on that right now, because I feel like that would be fun. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get some of that stuff in there. Gonna keep up with the server after the dragon is dead? Yes. Yeah, it'll keep going. This is the new Fanit server for this year. So until people get bored of it and stop hopping on, you know, if the last server, I think I turned it off after it was dead for like 2 weeks straight. Like I was the only one going on there, because at that point it's like, you know, I may as well just be playing a single player world and save my CPU cycles. So yeah, as long as people are active on there, the server's gonna stay up. We're just gonna do one of those. Or maybe I should wait until those leggings break. What if I just left them like this? I also need to work on rearranging this space. I don't really like how I set this up because it was very hasty. But we'll figure out a better way eventually. Okay, do we have sand? We do. Let's get some of that cooking. I think 64 sand will be enough glass to get us through what I have planned. Let's see, we got some hostile drops. We have so much string now. This is building stuff. Do we have a place for that? We don't. I'm gonna include books in furniture. I feel like that makes sense to me on some level. I don't know why. Let's do some of those. Well, well, well. How are you doing, Zach? We're just hanging out. We're vibing. Today's a chill day. I was really productive on art stuff the last few days. And I decided, you know what? I don't feel like streaming art today. I feel like playing more Minecraft. Look at these lovely folks. You know what? There are so many lovely folks here. I agree. How do I get rid of these things? I don't know why my Twitch is not showing me what it normally does. It's showing me lots of things on the top that I don't need. There we go. Also, let me know if anything weird happens with the stream. It's showing unstable again. It's showing unstable again, but it's at 7,500 kbps. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on with Twitch lately. Looks fine to me. Yeah, okay. I figured it was fine. Let's see if we can make a stop over to the iron farm. I don't know if it works when people are just in town or if we have to be closer to it to have it running. I think I have my simulation distance set to like 10. Oh, there are boats over here. I feel like it's within 10 chunks of spawn. Does anybody recognize this song from Sea of Stars? It was originally from The Messenger, apparently, which I still have yet to play, but I will play eventually. Why is there a flag here? Oh, I bet somebody marked that on a map. It's a little worrisome that there was that much stuff in there. Things must have gone terribly awry. What's going on in here? He's having a little party? You're facing the wrong way, Mr. Zombie. You're not gonna work correctly if you're facing that way. Which is probably why there's no iron golem. Did somebody break the farm again? There we go. The boat needs to be like that. That's the best place for the boat to be. Do we still have 3 villagers? We do. How does this guy have a role? Do you see this? This man has a whole ass job and he's hanging out down here. No, don't. Okay, you stay there. I don't know why the boat is moving so much. Okay, I need to remind people to stay out of this. This is not a place for players. Ah! horrifying. We do this so things don't spawn. There we go. So I just had my 2 days off, and aside from the usual adult stuff, I bought a bundle of a puzzle game series. I only have 1 left to complete out of 4. Jesus! Making quick work of those games. What was the series, if you don't mind me asking? I was really happy with that Escape from Mistwood Mansion. I was not expecting that to be as like compelling puzzle-wise as it was. 7. I'm just checking the tolerances on this. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, so that should work properly as long as we get a zombie in here, and it's about to be nighttime. So I'm just gonna hang out over here for a little bit. Maybe we can explore this island. Fill out a little more of this map. The Room. Oh, I've heard of The Room. I was gonna make a joke about the movie, and then I couldn't think of anything because my brain is soup right now. So I can just let you all know that I did make the connection, and there was gonna be a pun there or something, and then there wasn't, and I just wanted you all to sort of be with me in that space. The comfy vibes do sometimes equate to not saying anything funny. Just finished getting the last 2 endings for 3. Oh, I didn't realize those games had multiple endings. That's wild. I think I played the first The Room. Is that the one where there's like it's like a sort of matryoshka like box? Like it's a box within box within a box within a box that you have to solve and open up. I think it was like a mobile app when I played it. I want to say that was the first one, or it might have been a spin-off series. Okay, that was probably it. Yeah, I think I played that one, but I didn't play any of the others. Bart Get, I just randomly found this stream, and you're already talking about one of my favorite puzzle games. Hey, well, thank you for following. I appreciate you and subscribing. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. What is this? Oh, is this the mob farm that Novale made? Yeah, we're how many people away from our follower goal? 9? Frickin' love the Room series. Hell yeah. I need to know what this is about. Not the Room series. Actually, I mean, without spoiling anything, what is the sort of, like, you mentioned there are endings. Is there, like, plot to the Room games? Because I remember there being, like, some vague sort of, like, characters mentioned, but I don't remember, like, it's been years since I played the first one. I need to play 4 before Bits does, though. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll wait for you and Bits to finish 4, and then I'll be like, hey, guys, is it actually worth playing all of them? I haven't quite figured out the plot yet, but I'm hoping more games are coming still. Nice. Yeah, it seems like they've kind of got it set up where, like, I mean, it felt very much like an anthology sort of thing, like, or something that could be easily anthologized. Okay, so how does he have this set up here? Okay, he's got it set up to where the mobs are taking enough damage for you to just swipe at them. Well, that's cool. Damn, we got a lot of gunpowder already. I guess this is how Novale had like a shit ton of TNT right at the start of the game. I like this setup. I like the setup a lot. I haven't normally used trapdoors for this. I feel like I normally use like mud or soul sand or something. It is worth playing all of them. It is pretty anthology-like, but there are some overarching things. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? I will add that to my list of things to play. I should actually write that down so I don't forget. I have no idea what game this is from. Tumbleweeds? I'm gonna say this is probably from the Messenger soundtrack. The room 1 through 4. God, we have so many games to play this year, guys. It's got an ever-continuing plotline, but 3 really pulls them into a cohesive mesh with... Ooh, nice. We love that. Okay, well, this is a cool mob farm. Good job, Novale. I'm gonna steal some of your arrows. I mean, I guess this is for everybody. And hop down. Those arrows are gonna be super useful when we take on the Ender Dragon. Oh, why did you build it like this? Why is it 1 block above the water? The VR one does a lot for the overall plot as well. Ooh, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. I do have a quest and a Vive. I even set up the beacons to my Vive like a month or 2 ago, because I think that was after TJ's last VR meetup. I set up my Vive, so it would have been like 2 or 3 months ago. And I haven't touched it since. I'm so terrible about like, using my VR headset. I was really excited to get into it, but I've just got so much going on. Nice. Well, I'm glad it's a good series. It's always nice to see stuff like that being actually, you know, actually worth the investment. Probably play 4 my next day off. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's grab a zombie for our farm. Yeah? Zombie. Oh, there's one. There's a perfect target right there. Look at him. This is not a zombie. That is a zombie over there. In case you all were confused. This is the zombie I'm referring to. Did you hear my clarion call? Zombie! Zombie! So anyways, what do y'all have going on this week? Or, I mean, this next, I guess this weekend. I keep forgetting it's Friday. Skirm blew up a bunch of zombies last night. This is true, and it was fucking fun. There we go. See new zombie. Generate iron golem. There we go. Good job, villagers. I'm proud of them. You know, I could put the lava farm over here too, so it's out of town, but I feel like we're gonna use the lava farm all the time. D&D tonight, my brother's group is playing my mini-series, Get Out of My Swamp, an anti-colonialist adventure. Hell yeah. We love anti-colonialism. Yeah, I had a lot of fun blowing up the zombies. That was a great little sort of mini, like, big fight. Mini big fight. You know what I mean? Good set piece. I need to do a bunch of stuff for D&D. Hell yeah, you're in the right place. I am starting to understand why spellcasters are the most powerful in game. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, hey, Edwin, why don't you blind them for me so they all get disadvantage, and now I'll throw a fireball and they're all dead. They're gone now. They're okay. Bye. especially like action economy wise, the ability to do so much damage AoE, just like it destroys. Like, to make up for it, fighters should have like 9 attacks, you know? It's crazy. Oh, I don't have a bed over here. Oh, my bed over here is in Liv's house. The rest of the polycule is not on right now. It's the surviving to that point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's, yeah. The wizards are great end game because they have gotten there on the backs of the barbarians and fighters and clerics that have been carrying them the rest of the way. Instead of 9 attacks, I think they should just have more variety, utility in what they could do. Yeah, I generally agree. It's one of those things where, like, I just honestly think that less emphasis should be spent on the combat side of like tabletop RPGs in general. And D&D is a very combat-heavy game, which is why I think a lot of people liked 4th edition for what it did for fighters and stuff, because it does a good job of balancing that stuff out in a way that no other edition did. But I think 5e is like a weird compromise in that I think it's a lot better on the story stuff, but it does lose out on some of the cool things that they added in 4e, the sort of video gamey things that made it a little more balanced across classes. 5e is missing an ultimate ability for marshals. Yeah, exactly. Ulcus is happy to help his finger wiggling friends. Yes. Thank you. You can be my bear any day, buddy. Okay. Specifically trying to make a low-level thing that takes after the hunts heroes go on a lot. Nice. Yeah, I have just taken to de-emphasizing combat in my own stuff and really focusing more on... I think it's more interesting when people's inventory changes over time than it is when characters get ability point increases, you know? I think it's more interesting to, and not just like more powerful inventory, but I think it's fun to like get stuff to mess with and like to have that stuff define a character and have a character be defined by their experiences and how they use their inventory to engage with those experiences. I feel like that's just a much more interesting, like from a storytelling standpoint, I find that a lot more interesting than just getting more powerful as a character over time. It also just makes more sense to me, right? Like HP has always been a big problem in D&D in particular, and in TTRPGs in general. Yeah, same. I need to try out more systems. I'm working on this system called Aspect, but it's gonna be, it'll be forever before I ever make significant progress on it. Instead, he just makes his NPCs pull the worst of your personality out to enhance the player's immersion and connection to their... Yeah, I do that. I do that. I want you to be the worst versions of yourself, so you have to deal with it. So you have to deal with the consequences. I love it. And then I want to give you cool shit to get out of the consequences with. I really want to make use of a thing I kickstarted way back that adds Monster Hunter mechanics to fight. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah, better crafting would be so great. Yeah, I'm a big fan of having those systems available for players who want to engage with them. Because I think, like, yeah, there's a lot of depth missing from games like 5e that is there in a lot of other, like, indie RPGs. But then again, I also feel like a lot of indie RPGs that I've played miss out on some of the, like, crunchy stuff that I think makes D&D a lot of fun. Like, when you move to a D6 only system, there are very few ways you can approach balance when it comes to like cross-class stuff or improving inventory or like getting enhancements over time that make advancement, at least on a granular level, like really difficult. And I think a lot of D6 based systems fail in that regard, where they have to turn to just sort of hand waving like, okay, you know, you get this thing now and suddenly you're like twice as powerful as you were. Because when you're working on like D6s and just multiplying those values, it's not as great. Plus, whenever you're increasing the amount of dice rather than adding bonuses, you actually get the gameplay gets less unpredictable as you go, because the dice pools get more and more, they approximate more and more toward the law of averages. Whereas if you're giving bonuses, you still get the randomness that having a single die roll gives you. You know, the ability to evenly get results from 1 to 20. But then your sort of baseline just increases, which I like a lot. So I don't know, there's benefits and detriments to both. As opposed to 3.5, hey, you can sack all of your gold and XP to make this. Yeah. Yeah, dice pools can be great or not. Like, it's like for things like damage, I think dice pools make a lot of sense because then damage is more predictable. But then you have the potential for those random events, like that crazy fireball damage I rolled last night. That was like, when you think about the potential results that you can get from rolling 9d6, 40 damage is nowhere near the top of that. But when you compare it to the average of rolling 9d6, which is 3.59 times, so what, like 31 or something like that, 40 damage seems like a lot because you're going up against that normal curve of rolling all of those dice against each other. Whereas if you were just if casting at a higher spell slot just added bonus damage, you would get that 20 damage variance of a d20, or whatever die you went with, and then your baseline would increase, and it would get damage would be much less predictable. One problem I have with 5e that I'm thinking about more and more is that a lot of the time, because of how rolls go and spells are described, nothing happens. Exactly. Yeah. No, that's something we actually talked about in our D&D campaign last night, and that I try to emphasize in my own DMing, is that like everything needs flavor. Like I think systems that try to force flavor can kind of suck because it's hard for new players who aren't good at RPing to do that stuff, and it reduces the player's influence on the world to be like, okay, here's a selection of flavors that I can do and add to this, or like here's a description of how this attack always seems. If I ever make something, I would definitely try and make a something always happens approach. Yeah, I like that to some extent. Like I like fail states moving forward, or what you might call failing forward in game design, where like even if you fail, something still happens. But I think systems that force, like I don't want to shit on Stillfleet. That's the only one that's coming to mind right now. But for example, in some games like Stillfleet, which is a great system you should check out. I know some of the people involved in that. But for example, in systems like Stillfleet, sometimes you can have a class ability where it's just like, you do it and a thing happens. And that's cool because you get to feel cool for making a thing happen. But there's no like, I don't know, I feel like some of the fun for me is in not knowing what happens and using the dice as sort of like almost like a geomancy device, like a divination, where it's like, ooh, we're going to attempt this thing, and then the dice are going to tell us what actually happens. And I really like that a lot. But there are some skills that should just happen for a player. Yeah, I guess it depends on what it is. Yeah. A small neat example of this is Kids on Brooms. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can remember that. Didn't they use Kids on Brooms for what was it? Was it Misfits and Magic? Was that the like offshoot Harry Potter Dimension 20 season? Or was it I think that was the one with Brennan and Erica and Abria. I can't remember the other people. I'm so sorry. They're my favorites. I watched that recently. Hell yeah. Yeah, it was really good. And that's a system where I think it I think it has a lot of both the sort of the boons and deficits of a multiple D6 system. If I remember right? That was another D6 system. Nature's slowest bird is delivering yeah, exactly. Wait, was Lou in that one? Maybe I'm thinking... For some reason, I don't remember Lou being in that one. Okay, what am I doing? What were we doing here? I got distracted. You guys got me talking about D&D. I can talk about D&D forever. Kids on Brooms essentially divides 6... Ah! It's a visceral response every time. Okay. We got dirt. I'm throwing this stuff in there. We got so much fucking gunpowder. It does have Lou and some sort of super jock. Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay, got him. You're so right. You got me. Okay, we're putting this stuff up. Grabbing my arrows. I'm actually gonna leave some arrows here. So yeah, grit can be like a D20 where charm can be a D8. Oh, yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I actually, that makes sense, because I was watching that season around the same time I was developing, last year. I was working on this, this game that was meant, yes, Carve, exactly, that was what I was going to talk about. I was developing this game last year that I basically finished. I just needed to like do some polish on. I could pick it up and finish the game and release it at any point. I just have been lazy. Yeah, it's okay. That's Twitch's fault, not yours. Yeah, don't click that. I don't know where it goes. Yeah, that's why I used a sort. I mean, I didn't know about that system beforehand, but I saw it in Kids on Brooms or whatever, and was like, oh, this is like exactly what I was going for with Carve. But yeah, it was a game that was meant to emulate Twisted Metal, so the like car combat game where you drive around and you try to blow each other up. It was that, but a tabletop version. It was originally meant to be played with Hot Wheels, but I came up with like a little 3D like papercraft thing that you could build together and use. And I think eventually, if I were ever to release it, it would probably use like cards and figures. Yes, this is Inscription. Yeah, exactly. And there's not a lot of room for growth, which is why I thought it was perfect for sort of like a short, like 1 or 2 round experience, or 1 or 2 like game session experience. So yeah, Carve was meant to be inspired by Twisted Metal, and basically you just had different stats that you would assign the different dice to, and you could choose different like special abilities and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, sorry if you missed that because there was an ad going. I was explaining how Carve worked. The TTRPG system I want to make is very much inspired by Inscription Act. Ooh, Act 1. That's cool. I like that a lot. I was saying in the previous stream that I have yet to play Casey's mod, and I really want to. I need to reinstall Inscription. I should just do another playthrough of Inscription. I never played it on stream. In terms of vibes and using cards, yeah. I think that might be what I end up doing for some other things too. We just played through Sea of Stars. We 100% of the game. Nice. Yeah, we 100%ed Sea of Stars recently. And in Sea of Stars, they have this great, like, sort of gambling board game thing. It's not really gambling. It's just like there's just a randomness, element that I thought would translate really well to dice. But as I was working on it more, it felt like maybe it would translate to cards better. Yeah, it's called Wheels. So I'm thinking of making some tweaks to the point that it's a completely different game and making it my own thing that's just sort of inspired by Wheels. Because I tried to do like just a straight up tabletop version of Wheels, and I just don't see it translating to something that a lot of people could play out there, or that you could be like, here's this system, go do this. Because it would require, if you wanted to play it exactly like the Wheels game, you would need like 5 different colored D8s so that you can distinguish which one is which when you're rolling. And then you would need a different like wheel arrangement for what the 1 through 8 values mean for each of those dice. And then you would need the figurine like abilities. You could just write them down on cards or whatever. And the problem with the Wheels game, as it is in Sea of Stars, is it's terribly imbalanced. Once you get the thief, like the thief and the wizard together can just destroy anybody. That or like the cleric and the wizard. that's also a really good combo. But once you have those two, you don't need anything else. Like none of the other figurines are worth playing. So I wanted to do some balance, and as I was messing around with the balance, I realized like I'm just making a different game now. This is no longer Wheels. I'm just making my own tabletop game. So I shelved that one for a little bit because I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of game design again. At least not right now. I've got entirely too much art and stuff to work on. Okay, let's make a little lava farm. Classic, yeah, exactly. It's like, please, brain, please, can we save this for later? Just think about anything else. Let's farm some lava. I have that problem as well. Yeah, I think a lot of us can relate to that. It is always nice to not be alone in our game design brain hell. Wall of post-it. Yeah. Brain counteroffer. We obsess about this until we crash and burn. Yeah. I was desperately trying not to burn out. I'm wondering whether the lava farm should be a building within the town, or if I should build this underground so that it's out of view. I feel like it's not ugly or anything. What do we have going on over here? I don't know what this is. That was a pretty song. I don't know what game this is from. I had no idea chests could open up under glass. Glass and stone here. Who built this? What is this? It looks like a weird dick. Is this a dick? Is this supposed to be? It's symmetrical. What is going on? Classic Minecraft physics. Yeah, like I guess glass is a transparent block in like mechanically. Because light can pass through it, and that's basically how Minecraft blocks know whether light can pass through them, is whether they're opaque or transparent. And that like translates to the physics of the block. I don't know what this is. It's weird to me that there's stone and glass in here. Like what is this project going to be? I want to see. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna build the building just sort of out here in the town. As long as I surround it, the lava won't burn anything down. I think I'll build it over by the warehouse side. Oh God, I almost had a heart attack. Mentioned the Kickstarter thing, and remember, oh hey, I had physical merch as part of that. Checks email. Last chance to update shipping address 1 month ago. Thankfully, the site they use, I had already added my address, but that was some solid panic. Damn. That sounds like some solid panic. I would have been panicking too. Was that was that the Stillfleet Kickstarter? Also got recommended Dicey Dungeons, and it's fueling inspiration for card-based stuff. Oh wait, what is Dicey Dungeons? That sounds familiar. I've definitely seen that art before. Become a giant walking dice. That's cute. That art feels very much like, it feels very like Duolingo core, if that makes sense. It looks like a children's book, but in like a corporate way. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. It's just an aesthetic. Build a castle to keep the peasants out. We are eventually going to build a castle around Liv's house. Are you a corpo? Simple in concept, design, and execution, but in a very good... Yeah, exactly. It's efficient. Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting, a 5e supplement. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I need to... I sometimes wish I had stayed involved in the, like, D&D, like, content creation community. It was just so... I don't know, it was just such a toxic space. Like, it was a weirdly competitive space, you know? That made it not fun to engage in. So I kind of dropped out of, you know, posting about D&D stuff all the time, to the point where I've lost like all of my following that was related to like back when I was making maps and stuff. So I mean, I'd like to do that stuff again. If anything, because it's still like pretty lucrative to work in that space. But yeah, that wasn't a great time being part of that community like post 5e's launch. Just because like so many people got into it, and it made trying to communicate about like world building and stuff really, I don't know, it was very like gatekeepy and stuff. It was a weird time for D&D. I'm putting potatoes in there so that I can cook them. I need to grab some lava. I wonder what happened to our villager that was here. Actually, I think there's... Oh, no, this takes me by a lava lake if I go this way. Oh, yeah, speaking of tabletop RPG systems, there's another very simple system that a friend of mine, Chris Pickett, has been developing called Danse Macabre. And, oh, I don't want to shoot that guy. Am I wearing gold? I'm not wearing gold. Called Danse Macabre, and it's pretty good, and I haven't been able to play like an actual game. Fuck. They have bows. Nope, we're not doing that. Nope. We're gonna do this from afar. I don't want to be knocked off of this thing. Anyways, Chris Pickett's a cool person, and you should check out Danse Macabre on wherever the fuck it is. I think it's on Itch. Okay, we're gonna jump down here so that we're out of the way. And then you guys are gonna not kill me. You're gonna not kill me. You're gonna not kill me. You're not going to kill me. Thank you. Fuck! That was a terrible idea. Name's got me interested immediately. Yeah, anyways, what I was going to say is that we're gonna stream a playtest of that at some point in the near future. And it's just like I think it's intended for one player and the DM. I don't think it's meant to play with any more than that, which I think is cool. I think there should be more systems like that. Okay, I need some gold so that they don't attack me. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very Dark Souls inspired in terms of like the aesthetic. And I don't think they have any connection to like French history or anything like that, but it's very much inspired by like the British history sort of War of the Roses thing. Sorry, I had to make sure I had the things. I got distracted. It's very much inspired by that and just like France in general. Like there's a lot of just French like words for things. I don't know. It's an interesting game aesthetically that I think is cool. Has a lot to do with like corruption. And that sort of like Elden Ring aspect of coming back from death. I mean, I guess that's Dark Souls in general, but it's very clearly inspired by Elden Ring more than anything. Which is another game we need to play this year. Because, oh, my tweet didn't post. Why did my tweet not post? Twitter, what are you doing? I can clearly see that it posted. Twitter's such a broken website. Anyways, another game that we need to play this year is Elden Ring. Because I basically beat it back in the day. I didn't beat Radigan or the Elden Beast. I got bored of trying to beat them and stopped playing. But the DLC is supposed to come out this year, right? I'm very interested in seeing like what that is all about. Where am I going? Yeah. Because I fucking loved that game. I was talking on that last stream that I did with Charlie a few weeks ago. The one where we played Exit 8 and Teleforum. I was talking on that stream about just like how much time I sunk into Elden Ring back when I was playing that. Whew. Okay, I'm glad I looked. Anybody want to be mad at me? Is anybody still mad at me? No? All of your non-zombified friends are gone? Good, okay. Just desperately trying not to hit the zombie piglins. Okay. We're good. Let's just go into a hole here. Jesus Christ. That was terrible, and I should never do anything like that again. I love this version of this song. Now I'm a killer lady. The perfect 25. Where's my axe? I had an axe for sure, didn't I? Aha! There you are. I hate when they get close to you for no reason. Man, I had like 26 levels too. That sucks ass. Okay, well. Can I get down the lava from here? No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna play it safe and get back up onto our track. That ghast over there has me bugging. Okay. Let us continue. There should be plenty of lava here. Oh, I lost my other bucket. Damn it. Eventually, I'll make an ice highway system for this. That's generally something I do a little later in the game, because I feel like focusing on getting elytra and stuff makes more sense. But then again, I don't know. Having an ice highway to get out to my little Enderman farm, or like place to kill Enderman, my Enderman hunting ground, might be really useful. Okay, I really thought we passed by... Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the other path. Yeah, I think I am. Whatever. Let's find some lava. There's some in the wall there. There's some here, too. It's really high up. Is there any more readily available lava? I'd say this lava looks pretty readily available. What do you think? What do you guys think? Whoops. I was like, what the fuck is that? That redeem is one of simultaneously the best and worst ideas I've ever had. I'm glad you all enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy it too, but it is also sort of a hell that I have created for myself. Get it? This song is called Hanging with the Boys.
Iconic! Oh,
incredible. Thanks, Ben. Love that new track you just put out with fucking Tom McDonald, dog. What a fucking dweeb. Just like the most piece of shit human beings. I kind of want to listen to the track just to hate on it, but I heard like I think I listened to Ben's verse on it, and it's so painful. It's like genuine. It's physically painful to listen to how cringe it is. Facts don't care about your green screened hoodie. Yeah. It's also just really funny to have him like. It seems like he's being unironic with it, right? It seems like he's trying to actually be cool, and that's what makes it not cool. I'm getting teary just thinking about how ridiculous it is. Like, he's said so much about like hoodies and rap not being real music, and it's like, dude, who is this for? Why did you do this? What do you get out of this? And really the only solution is like Ben must actually have wanted to be a rapper the whole time and he was just jealous. That's the only answer to the question. Like Ben must have just been jealous the whole time. He's following in the footsteps of infamous jealous rappers who have no way to sort of compete against the oncoming wave of talent from newer generations. Like his hero Nicki Minaj. There's my hot rap take for the day. Yes, I do bundle Nicki Minaj and Ben Shabibo together. Yeah. Oh, Nicki. Oh, Nicki Minaj. You know, should I build the lava farm like in between the houses? Just like connecting them? What would that look like? This is one block off of this one. No, I feel like that would look kind of silly. What if I did it as like a sort of side building to this? Bigfoot is a great track star. Okay. I was like, Zach, no. Zach, please. Bigfoot is just, it's so bad. It's unimaginably bad. I don't understand how, like, at a certain point you're just so popular that nobody will stop you from being a raging fucking idiot. And I think Nicki has just gotten to that point in her career where people just won't talk her off the ledge, and she desperately needs to be talked off of the ledge. I don't know why I used all of my cracked stuff for this. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to swap. Get a little random variation. I mean, how they're going after her for her associations. I may not be privy to what you're referring to. I mean, I'm definitely familiar with her like shit about the vaccines and stuff, because that was pretty gross. No! Wrong button. Whoops, let's put that in the inventory. She also did an unhinged 72-hour live stream. What the fuck? Yeah, I haven't been keeping up since Bigfoot dropped, so if there's new information, I'm fully out of the loop. Cat! Do you want to say hi to the stream, Cat? Come here. Did you not want to be... You don't want to be on your back? Okay, here you go. Just don't... Nope. There you go. There we go. She's very, like, her body is very relaxed, but she's got her claws out for some reason. She keeps sticking them into my shirt. There we go. Oh, the random GIF is just me laughing. Somebody needs to change the random GIF. Yes. Me too. Is this all the snuggles you want? You're not here for being held today. I understand. Will you noodle for us? Will you noodle? Noodle? There we go. There's a relaxed cat. She noodle. Good girl. I got your hair in my mouth. Okay. She is precious. Now she's gonna scratch the carpet. You know what? You deserve this one time. You can have free scratches. She did not want to be picked up. I inconvenienced her, and that is the price I must pay. Is having some more scratches in my carpet. That's just respecting the balance between creatures. A fair trade. Yeah, I agree. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of building a generally rectangular building with some windows. And then we're gonna dig out some places in the floor where we're gonna put whatever those things are called. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those things. What are the things called? That you put water in. I can't remember the word. You can click on them and fill up potion bottles. What the fuck is the... My brain is dead today, y'all. I told you. Cauldron, thank you. Yeah, that's the word I was trying to think of. There we go. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, so our lava is going to be there. Oh, what happened to our glass? I thought we... Did we not get our glass back? Did we lose our glass to the nether? We did, didn't we? God damn it. Okay. At least we have plenty of sand. And you know what? Now, actually, I am going to use the coal to do this so I can split it up. Wait, no, I'm in my smoker. What am I doing? Brain gone. Brain dead. At least we can't accuse you of being a witch. This is true. Yeah, a witch would definitely know what a cauldron is and not pretend that they didn't know what a cauldron is so that you wouldn't accuse them of being a witch. Eventually we'll get some more iron. Oh, we should check on the iron farm because we fixed that earlier. But does he float? This is true. Do I weigh the same amount as a duck? That's the question you need to ask yourself. that whole fucking scene. And what floats in water apart from a duck? Or from wood? A really small stone. Hell yeah, more inscription music. I think the long version of this one, there's like a 17-minute version of the like Leshy's area stuff that I think is maybe my favorite track off the inscription soundtrack. because it goes through all the different movements and everything, but it still feels like cohesive. It's really good. Stop it. Stop it. No, you're not allowed. Can't shoot me. I'm too fast. I'm too hot. Ow. When was the last time you heard somebody reference Bruno Mars? I've used inscription music in one of my more eerie fights in D&D. Yeah, I think I might have added one or two to a playlist for something a while back. We haven't gotten into any, like... My setting has a lot of sort of... maybe what some people would call eldritch horror, but that I might call more like existential or gothic horror. Or, not gothic, sorry, cosmic horror. And we've sort of like touched into that space a little bit lately, and I think we'll do more of that in the future. But that's the vibe Inscription gives me. We've got 1 iron golem worth of drops. I guess we do need to be within a few chunks of the farm. What is our So this is 1 chunk, 2. 3, 4. Yeah, I don't think the village is within 10. I guess Void Abomination would be more unknowable horror. Void Abomination?
Cheer 100 million microscopic volcanicinias.
Oh wow, I haven't thought about that in a very long time. Hey BP, thank you for the bits. Oh my god, what the fuck? What are you telling me right now? Why? BP, what are you saying? Oh, that didn't work. I'm like, what have you put in my chat? How are you doing, BP? I don't know if it's a real thing. That's what I called the entity my party was saying. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, when you said Void Abomination, that's a thing in League of Legends. Which is why that was like in the back of my mind. Always just popping in to say hi. Nice. Hey, that's totally fine. I appreciate you popping in. Why is this not working now? Did something happen? Do y'all need to sleep again? What is going on? Zombie, I gotta move you a little bit.
It's time to
duel! Thank you. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Nope. Ah, fuck. That was bad. Ah, shit. God damn it. No, get out of the boat with the zombie. You don't want to be in the boat with the zombie. You dumbass. Okay. No, come back here. Ah, fuck. No, I killed one of the villagers. God damn it. Look, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I was just trying to get I was just saying earlier in the stream, people need to stop messing around down here. But I guess they were probably messing around down here because the farm keeps fucking up. And then you go to check on the farm and something inevitably happens. Well, I guess we'll worry about that some other time. So you know how when you look up the definition of a word and it has the weird letters at the bottom? Are you talking about like the IPA phonetic index? Or the phonetic inventory? I used to know how to read the IPA phonetic inventory. I still know some of the characters, but... There was a while there where I considered myself a conlanger in addition to world builder. Never played League. That's good, honestly. You should never play League. It's not a good game. It only exists as a drug. So that's what it's called. Yeah. Good. I'm glad. You've spared yourself the horror. I bet my Void Abominations are cooler than theirs. True. Probably. The best Void Abominations are the void abominations we world built along the way. Something like that. I think I've heard somebody smart say something like that before. Oh yeah, it's been world built. Beans! You're so right. Let's put this dirt back. I feel so bad for fucking up the thing. I'm gonna have to steal another villager now. I'm pretty sure the other village that we got those from got fucked up the other day too, because somebody else went through there. And some zombies spawned, and we weren't there to help the villagers. League is what you play when you want to experience the negativity of man. Yeah, you're so right. Pirjoles al charra? Yeah. Most importantly, since it is a void entity, you can't actually see it, and to try and comprehend something that simultaneously is and isn't there, your mind just fills it in with what actually... Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. That makes a lot of sense. There's sort of a like a cognitive gravity to creatures like that, where you're just like it's almost like an information hazard. Like knowing about it makes it bad. It makes it able to do its bad thing. Like it doesn't have to work to harm you in any way, because you're doing all of the damage yourself just by thinking about it. I like those kind of creatures. Welcome to the warp/Empyrean. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, Warhammer called. Yeah, eventually the players could figure out that it was their own brain messing up there, recognizing it as nothing, and it essentially turned into a massive blind spot in their vision. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I think we're probably going to cap this off at the same height as the buildings around it. Like, I don't think I'm going to go any higher than that, and we'll just do half blocks to sort of mark the top of the building. Let's do polished granite. Actually, I haven't really used polished diorite for anything. It might be cool to do... Yeah. Nope. I like that. I liked it too. Everyone liked that, yeah. Hooray! Why did I put a window here? You can only just see the next building. I guess that's accurate like alley vibes, right? Ugh. Ooh, I wonder if the sparks from the lava will pass through the half blocks. I don't think they will. I guess we'll find out. Because I would really like to not burn down anything in the village. My favorite view out a window is a brick wall. Hell yeah. It do be like that. Nice. Okay. And then we can do the actual filling in of the lava on the next, we can do that from above. Oops, I don't know why I did that. Okay. And then for those of you keeping track at home, now this guy is going to start dripping lava. For some reason, it doesn't work if the it still shows lava drips on each of them, but only this one will produce more source blocks. It needs a source block above it to produce source blocks. At least that's my understanding. So you can see how this one is like brighter, more frequent drops than these other ones. So eventually this little guy will fill up and make another lava source block, and then we can just duplicate it and eventually have plenty of lava source blocks, which we can use as fuel sources, so we don't need coal for, you know, making things. That's the solution I'm trying to that's the problem I'm trying to solve there. Let's do that. Don't I have more metal doors? Thought I did. Yeah, it's really great. I prefer that to any other method of like replenishing fuel sources, because it's like there's still a manual element, like you have to go and collect the lava, which I like. I don't like things being fully automated, but it still takes out a lot of the hassle of having to deal with that. Where did I put those buttons? I could have sworn I grabbed them. There we go. Oh, fucking. There we go. Hooray! Oh, hey, we already have one. Nice. Normally, it's not that fast. Normally, it takes like a day or two to really get them. But at the rate that you normally need lava for production purposes, because it burns 64 of whatever item you're doing, you rarely need more than a few at a time. Yeah, it burns 100 at a time. You're right. It's not 64. I just always think of it as 64 because that's like that's the biggest stack you can put into a thing. And I never do automated like furnaces where you have like a backlog of things and it like shoves them in there as it cooks. I should do that though. Maybe I should set up a sort of factory here in town where we have like a place where you can just throw what you want to cook in and it just like, yeah, exactly. You can just put one hopper above it and that's enough. Good idea. Maybe I should do that. Okay. Well, that's that. I suppose we could... Still got all my stuff. You'd still need to empty the furnace as well? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one top and one below. And then you could have the furnace, you know, outputting into a chest. So you could have it to where you're like... You could even put a chest and then hopper going into furnace, fuel source chest above with the lava buckets. I actually don't think that you can do an automated crafting thing like, or an automated smelting thing like that with buckets, because I don't think the funnels will, I don't think the hoppers will take out the empty buckets. I don't know. We could see. We can play with that. I'll test that myself and see if that works. But it's certainly an idea, and I like it. I'm gonna put this glass in the sand category, because what is glass if not big sand, right? It's just really big sand. It's like sand for giants, I think, is basically what glass is. Okay, we've got a bunch of our stuff. I'm gonna leave some arrows here for everybody else. And I just don't really like spectral arrows. It feels less like automating the furnace and more like expanding the furnace. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you're totally right. No, some people like to do, you know, really complicated automated setups where, you know, you'll have your, I don't know, you'll have your various farms sort of like connecting to a place, and that's cool for a certain type of gameplay. I just, I you know, I just don't like going through the process of setting that stuff up. And so much of the fun of Minecraft for me is like manually going about and doing things. Do we have more lava yet? We do. Incredible. Oh, iconic. Incredible. Oh, let's, I need to keep these in a chest in there. Where's our fancy stone? We'll keep these and some of this. And some of this too. In a chest. Thank you for following me, Leona the Lioness. That's a great name. How are you doing, Leona? Depends what you're planning to do with all the resources. If you're planning on some big builds, automating. Exactly, yeah. No, I totally agree. We had to do some of that on our last server. Hello, just stopping by before going to sleep. Nice. Well, I hope you have a great sleep. Oh, I should have made the chest in the other thing. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. We're just having a comfy sort of Minecraft hangout time. There we go. There's that. So that whenever people need to expand the thing, they can just do it. Fuck. Y'all, we're so close to my next follower goal. That makes me so happy. Y'all have been kicking ass lately, by the way. Chat never fails. I'm wondering if I should make a nether gate to where I have the stronghold. Because I don't necessarily want people to be tempted to go and fill out the stronghold portal yet. Because we're going to do a sort of community event where we fight the Ender Dragon. Speaking of which, by the way, if you're watching this and you're on the Fanet Discord, and you're whitelisted on the Minecraft server, I put in the gaming chat a poll to where we can decide when we want to do that Ender Dragon fight. I just got here basically, but yeah, I'm kicking ass. Yes, you are. I completely agree. So much ass has been kicked. Okay. I'm trying to remember why I came back here to the village in the first place from the stronghold. I think I was just delivering goods so that I didn't have too much stuff over there. Let's double check what we have over here and see if there's anything we need to take back to the stronghold. I might want to take back some farming supplies. I think that's probably a good... That's what it was. I was coming back for iron, but then we fucked up the iron farm. Yeah. That's what it was. I remember now. Let's see. What can we take back that will be useful? Let's take back some slime so nobody uses all of the slime. We'll take back some of the string. Some of the gunpowder, because we might want TNT for what we're doing. Speaking of which, sand. So I don't have to farm it. We don't have any obsidian. And we've got plenty of this stuff over there because the stronghold is made of it. Trying to think if there would be anything else super useful. Some seeds for farming. Carrots and potatoes are always useful. May as well have some wheat. We can set up a paper farm over there. We can set up some bamboo. Let's see, what else is useful? What are we thinking? I already have a bed over there. Although I could make another one. More of the warped wood. I do need that, actually. I'm just going to take the rest of this. We have more coal over there. I could use some gold. We don't have a whole lot of gold. That's fine. Don't need quartz for anything. I'm gonna take some of that TNT so nobody is tempted to use it. There is sort of like running a communist server or a socialist server is definitely like it's a balancing act of like encouraging freedom while also trying to make sure that everything doesn't fall apart because you've given people the freedom to blow everything up. Thanks for the Lord, Kenny. Okay, let's do projectile protection. I have a feather falling book. There we go. There we go. Let me in, and I promise not to light everything on fire. Hell yeah. Thank you, Shar. I will accept that promise. And yeah, you just need to send me your Minecraft username. You can hop on whenever. Man, I usually just mine a lot and disappear later. Yeah. That's completely valid. Oh, do I have my map? Where am I going? I'm going this way. No. It's up. It's that way. Northwest. People out here blowing up the communist state. Well, see, that's the thing, you know. Ideologically, I'm a social libertarian, or what you might call just a straight up communist, or an anarcho-communist, or whatever. You know, the details kind of depend on the group you're working with, whether or not they'll be successful. Words, yeah. You can call me a leftist. I think that's the best like just general general word to use that most people will understand. The thing is, when you get the reason that anarchy doesn't really exist in real life is because whenever there's an imbalance of anything, whenever there is any kind of inequity, even in a video game like Minecraft, it turns out people just kill each other. That's what they do. And I should say it goes one of two ways. Either they kill each other or they learn to work together. But there's always the opportunity for somebody to come along and kill everyone. Like, I like to think that more often than not, like the reason I believe the things I believe is because I think that more often than not, it goes the other way and people will work together and find a way to live together and build community. Terrorist replaced anarchist. Exactly. Where is my... There was another boat over here that marked where I was coming to this place. Which way am I facing? This is north. This is west. Okay, I'm fairly certain it was this landmass. I hope for peace, but I also keep lots of burnables on hand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you gotta... Yeah. Abominable Mystery. Hi, Alt Ryan here. How's everyone today? Doing well. We just mentioned capitalism, so that's... well, it was implied capitalism mentioned. But besides that, yeah, we're doing great. There we go. Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to do it. Capitalism,
Up
yucky.
yours, woke moralist.
It's just gross.
We'll see who cancels who.
I still think that's one of my favorite things I've ever created. Howdy, also gross capitalism. Yeah. It's nasty. How y'all doing? How you doing, Ryan? And Zach?
Iconic. Oh, incredible.
Yeah, that one too. I need to make more of those. The problem with those is that they're already kind of outdated, but I feel like that makes them a little bit funnier in retrospect. But there is something outdated about making jokes about the IDW. And I will continue calling them that because I think it's hilariously cringe that they ever labeled themselves the intellectual dark web. But it's fun. It's fun to continue to make jokes about them, but it is already a little outdated. And I wish there was something like that we could collectively make fun of in the modern right wing. But there just isn't. Like, there's, there's like DeSantis for a little bit, but they're so fractured at this point. I mean, they've basically learned from the left how to not stay a cohesive collective movement. It's crazy. They've been taking the wrong notes. I'm doing my capitalism for the day. Hell yeah. You can always make fun of the right wing. This is true. But you know what I mean? Like, the IDW made themselves such perfect targets for like that kind of joke. For like when I put Ben Shapiro or Jordan B. Peterson clips there, like, people understand that that's who those people are and that I'm making fun of them, and that it's a reference to, you just don't understand. Yeah. But nowadays, like, I don't know that there are figures that have quite that reach, Like, I can make a joke about DeSantis, and I feel like that would, I feel like maybe there's a DeSantis clip that could work. Like, I could do the DeSantis, yummy, and I feel like a lot of, like, at least online leftists would get it. I'm not sure they learned from the left to stay fractured, or it's just a result from those prominent figures being ultimately. Yeah, exactly. Well, that is the thing, right? With fascism, it is ultimately a sort of, it's self-destructive. Yeah, it's a death cult. It's something that it will inevitably destroy itself in a given amount of time, and however successful it is in the meantime is just sort of up to the weakness of the institutions that they take over and chance, and the sort of, material conditions of the population that development takes place in. But the IDW being a thank you. I'm so glad. Yeah, we love talking about that shit here. That's very much our shit. Okay. I need to get some just stone and some wood, and we need to start filling this place out. I also forgot to bring glass back because I needed glass for the windows. So, we can drop some sand in there and be working on glass. Just target groups to keep the focus off the rich, red or blue. Yeah, that's basically what it is. That's where capitalism succeeds and fascism doesn't, right? like neoliberalism is very good at redirecting focus and sort of manufacturing consent and using that like collective disenfranchisement, that fracturing among groups, to prevent coalition building, to prevent things like a general strike and stuff like that. Not to say I'm in favor of the right and the left working together to like dismantle any particular regime. That's literally never worked out well. That's hey, if you want an example of the right and the left working together in an attempt to dismantle a particular regime and that failing, look at Weimar Germany. That's what that was. Just got a text from work. Make sure you're wearing uniform appropriate attire. Do it, Shar. You fuck them in whatever way you can fuck them. But please also be safe and keep your job, because none of us can escape neoliberalism on an individual level right now. And making socially sweeping cultural assumptions / yeah. I really wish we could outlaw trading for our shitty politicians. Yeah, that alone, like, fucking, I mean, we're never gonna get rid of lobbying, but lobbying and the ability for politicians to trade in the stock market are like two of the biggest corrupting factors in American liberalism. That would be so easy. Just buy what they buy. Yeah, exactly. Follow the Pelosi index. Yeah, it do be like that. What? Sharadisa. Oh, if you just tried to log in with a name that starts with A, that might have been you. But I can attempt to whitelist Sharadisa too. Added Charades to the whitelist. Yeah, I don't know who that other person was that just tried to log in. My black jogging pants qualify? I agree. There you go. Char has been whitelisted. Okay. What are we doing? We need wood. I'm always getting wood. That always seems to be what we're doing here. There's an ad starting soon. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to call out the ads this whole stream. If you want to miss the ads, you can subscribe. You can use Twitch Prime, or your Prime sub. You can use Twitch Turbo, whatever. Or you can just hang out through the ad. Thank you for supporting me. I love all of you. First thing that comes up when you type Nancy Pelosi in Google is Nancy Pelosi stock tracker. I haven't been getting them. Oh, you might have ad block on. I mean, if you do, that's fine. I get like a couple cents per person per ad. If that. That's fucking hilarious. We're such a fucking broken country. Jesus Christ. Oh, I know how much ads generate. Yeah. Not a lot if you just have a... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't even have ads on for the longest time. I just turned them on like a few months ago. I think after we crossed like 100 followers, I was like, fine, I'll turn ads on. Just to see. And honestly, just to get people used to them, because I knew that I would eventually be turning ads on, and I didn't want it to be a big thing when I had more people. Okay, we've got about 20 minutes left, and then we'll be ending stream. Because the rest of my day will be spent hanging out with my kid. I don't know what we're gonna be. I think he wanted to play some D&D. We rolled him up an actual D&D character recently. So I need to come up with a story for him to engage in. It's hilarious because there are a few of those trackers for different government employees. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's probably the most reliable way to like keep track of what's going on, honestly. It's fucking disgusting. Bees! I wonder where the bees are. She's up 26% on Nvidia, between 1 and 5 mil initial investment. That's crazy. I mean, Nvidia just launched a few cards, right? Didn't they launch the like 470 Super and the 480 Super? Was the 470 Ti already out? The TIs are what launched? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just saw a Linus Tech Tips video where they were basically like, you know, the standard thing with the 4000 series. Like, there's no reason to get it over the 3000 series. But also, I don't know how much I trust Linus Tech Tips after last year. They got a government contract. That makes sense. Well, and I'd imagine they're probably doing more stuff in the mobile space that we're not really seeing a lot of. Oh, they did? Yeah, you don't watch them anymore. Yeah, that's understandable. I still find their videos entertaining. I just don't really engage with a lot of the testing stuff they do anymore after that one call out. Yeah, his next big venture is what's it called? They're making a badminton center that they also want to turn into a LAN gaming center on certain nights of the week, and so that's going to be like what their next big series of videos are about. And it's just very funny. All of their stuff, like, the more I think about how Linus's like business ventures have worked over time, the more it all feels like we're gonna find out it was all a money laundering scheme at some point in the future. You know, He talks real bad about his fans. Yeah, exactly. He seems like he's spent a little too much time being online around the wrong people, and it's turned him into a much more bitter person than he could have been. Because I genuinely don't feel like the guy usually has like bad intentions. I think he just I think he's bad at putting the right people around him, and he's bad at listening to the advice of those people. I liked the other guys in Short Circuit. Yeah, I liked them. Yeah, I also haven't seen them around that much. I hadn't thought about that in a while. Who is it? Like Riley and but also I feel like their closeness to Linus kind of poisons them a little bit. Posting disease? Yeah, I haven't listened to the rest of that episode yet. I'm so excited to hear more from Mike though. Abominable Mystery there, Ryan, is referring to a podcast. I think the link is just here. I'm fairly certain that's the URL. Yeah. Go check out that podcast. It's by Mike Rugnetta and a lot of other people. But Mike is the one that matters to me because I'm biased. Yeah, it's a really cool show. You should check it out if you're interested at all in internet discourse stuff. Too much money for that long will ruin. I totally agree. Yeah. NVIDIA is selling a ton of semiconductors to the Chinese government. That's, Oh, wait, is NVIDIA? They're not an American company, are they? I didn't think they were American. I don't know why I was thinking NVIDIA was like Chinese or Korean or something. I could have that completely wrong. But if they are an American company, I guess that makes sense that we would be investing more in them, or that our politicians would be investing more in them. I just think of badminton as it totally is. Yeah, it really is. They are American. They're incorporated in the S&P. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm not super well versed in their sort of in NVIDIA's bullshit. Okay, we have. Why did I do that? We have some chests or some wood now. Let's build some chests. Just a shit ton of chests. I'm gonna do half of those. Actually, we might want all of those. And I'm gonna do a sorting system along this wall. I was disappointed to see, I sort of got caught up in the hype of Intel getting into graphics cards a little while back, and then was very disappointed to see how not exciting any of Intel's cards were. But I guess it makes sense for a company like Intel to be entirely focused on, corporate solutions. Zach, I'm gonna slap you. Yeah, it turned out to not be great. Shar! Hello! Shar has joined the game. Okay, where do we want to put all of this stuff? Should I make some signs?
This is serious business.
It is serious business. Do we want to make... Let's make some warped signs here, huh? That sounds like fun. Whoops, nope, didn't want to do that. Let me... There we go. I tried a different launcher, it worked. I'll probably be on tonight then. Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad. I'm looking forward to playing with you. Yeah, these signs will help these chests sort of blend into the rest of the room. I think that's going to be a good solution. So the way I typically do it is having like stone... Fucking dyslexia. God damn it. Fancy stone, which is like all of the stone that is not stone. And then fanciest stone, which is stone that has been like crafted in some way. And then we usually do like dirt and sand. And then let's do fancy dirt, which is all the dirt that isn't dirt. Speaking of how crazy capitalism is, I told my boss today that I have nothing active to work on. And she said, cool, just take the day to get stuff done around the house. That's incredible. I love that. I mean, good for you. Fuck. Fancy dirt. Dirt and sand should be like broken stone and obliterate. Yeah, I completely agree. It's like I was saying earlier, glass is just big sand when you think about it. Fancy dirt, and then we'll do fancy sand, which is for all the sand-like blocks that are not sand. It's wild. Corporate America is dumb as fuck. It really is. It's just, yeah, I agree. My brain is soup, so I can't engage further on all of the reasons why it's dumb as fuck. But I fully agree with you. It's painful to think about how dumb it is. Okay, I'm gonna put more signs on these before I go there. Fanciest stone. We got fancy dirt. Let's do like colorful blocks. And we're not gonna do that one on 2 lines just so it looks terrible. It looks as bad as possible. And then here we're gonna do decorative or we're gonna do furniture here. But I harvested and replanted it, taking a little bit with me for food. Oh, I didn't see your other message. I don't know what your other message was, but you're fine, Char. It's all, yeah, it's all community stuff over there, over by spawn. Baked, obliterated, so yeah. When my brain runs out with this sort of discourse, I just hit him with the, yeah, I agree. Okay, decorative plants. And then we got like, food stuffs. No, it should be fruits and veggies like the other place. Fruits and veggies. Nah, I brain farted. You're good, Char. Sometimes my brain farts too. Ooh, okay. That's fun. Man. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that on stream. It's being 33 and attempting to have relationships is so wild. It's a weird time to be an adult in your 30s and single. It's just very strange. We're not going to get more into that right now. But it's a strange time. Sorry, this song is really good. Okay, and then we're going to do grains and seeds. There we go. And I think that covers most of our bases. And then we're going to make a couple more signs for like ores and metals and gems. And then we'll do one last one for all the different types of wood. Just join a polycule? I mean, I kind of, without getting into it, I mean, that's kind of the solution for everyone. So an adventuring party? Yeah, right. But it's also like, I mean, that's kind of my ideal. Like I have generally preferred polyamory just mostly for the sort of like ethical reasons. Like it's I don't know. I feel like people who are looking for polyamorous relationships, at least generally, if you're going to be successful in one, it requires a little more sort of effort on each person's part to take care of everybody involved. And I like that. I like putting effort in like that. Yeah, monogamy in this economy. But also, there's the flip side of it is that a lot of people trying polyamory these days have never had a successful polyamorous relationship and are actually going into polyamory not for the sort of ethical reasons, but because they're trying to solve a solution that they should have worked out in therapy. And that sucks. And that's all I'm going to say about that. The communication levels needed for poly have to be exactly. It takes a ridiculous amount of communication. Yeah, I'm not going to go more into that. Honestly, yeah, most like fantasy adventuring parties have got it. Yeah, right. A good D&D group is a great foundation for a polycule. But I also like there is a certain like aesthetic for like those kinds of polycules that always kind of puts me off, because like I don't want to make fun of anybody's appearance or the way anybody lives or anything like that. But the kind of people who their D&D group is their polycule just tend to look and act a certain way. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And it's just a little bit, those are not typically the people, at least in my experience, that I'm looking to have a polyamorous relationship with. My D&D group, great people. We are not a polycule. Yeah. You don't spend so much time together in intense situations with that. Yeah, exactly. I think it's 100% valid to like crush on party members and stuff. That's also like, it's difficult for some people, and has been difficult with me in like past party arrangements. I mean, now everybody I play with is much more mature. But in the past, it's been difficult, like as like a sort of generally demisexual person. I have difficulty not crushing on people, or at least have in the past. And yeah, so when you develop those close relationships, especially like seeing people in person week after week playing a D&D campaign, it's definitely like, oh, you know, I don't know. There's a lot that can go wrong with that. When I say an adventuring party, I mean in character. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yes. Shard, no! Shard drowned already. That's why I qualified that our adventuring party is much more mature and that we are not a polycule. Okay, what are we doing here? We need ores, metals, gems. I mean, I hear this and nod along to this, but like I am very much monogamous and straight. That's totally valid. Do whatever makes you happy. Like, honestly, like there is the thing that makes monogamous relationships cool, I think, is that is just the mere concept of having somebody, like being able to be fully fulfilled by a single romantic partner, and to have both people in that dynamic be willing to like make changes and work together and like meet in the middle and not only be happy with themselves and their own lives, but like be able to be fulfilled in just like a single back and forth thing. Yeah. It wasn't quick enough on a thing. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think the concept of monogamy is pretty great. It just has historically not worked out well for me because I crush on people so easily. That's all we're gonna say about that. That is why I like ethical non-monogamy. I'm sorry you died, Char. What are we doing? Dark wood. Medium wood. I've also crushed on people quite a bit. Well, and there's also like, you can have like a monogamous relationship with elements of polyamory in it. Like I know a lot of people who have really successful relationships that they would call monogamous, but that other people might call open in some ways, or like kitchen table poly, where like, you know, the people in the relationship might refer to themselves as monogamous, but there's like an agreement that, you know, within these certain parameters, these partners can engage in these other romantic or intimate acts with other people. So like, yeah, I mean, I think all relationships are a spectrum, right? Or lie on a spectrum. Just like sexuality, just like gender, like all the wealth of human experience, I think is best discussed outside of the confines of these very specific labels that have these very intense emotional connotations attached to them. I mean, I still appreciate certain friends and people on a deep level, but I've kind of reframed that as just that and not a crush, really. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I totally understand that. There are very few things in the world that are actually binary. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy how good humans are at putting things into categories that really don't need to be categorized. Okay, I think this is a fine setup for now. When we get more blocks, I will set up more specific chests for those blocks. But I like that it's blending in. Also, the Bone Labs soundtrack goes so hard. I keep forgetting how good that is. The human urge to categorize is a whole discussion in its own right. Yeah, totally. Well, it's one of the things that's made us, the hardest part of monogamy is financials. I agree with that. I also think it's a benefit of monogamy, though. Like, I mean, obviously, it depends on your polyamory situation. In a lot of, like, the polyamorous dynamics I've been involved in, it's very much not a financially involved sort of situation. Everybody sort of does their own thing. I literally, yeah. Like how much it might be a part. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say was like categorizing things is, or like being able to put labels into things and like the ability to identify patterns and categories coming out of that as a social construct, I think is one of the most important things to human like cognitive development. You know, that's like in a lot of ways what separates us from the greater apes. But I didn't put any mob drops in here. That's what I need. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, we dumbing it down is a perfect way to put that. Oh yeah, but Travis, I was going to say there are just like, for example, the tax system or the healthcare system or like beneficiaries for insurance and all that kind of stuff. There is a lot of that stuff that is made much easier by being legally partnered to a single person than being in a fundamentally illegal partnership with a variety of people, you know. It's just it's just a legal thing. It's not like there's anything inherent to those dynamics. It's literally just that's the way the American financial system works. But I also know you're very privy to all of that. Hostile drops. Got to get in that nuclear family tax bracket. Yeah, exactly. Neutral drops. We'll do weapons. That's good for now. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Shar, if you're near a bed, I don't know if you're listening. There we go. Oh, thank you, Shar. There we go. Hell yeah. Let's put a chest, some chest there. Sure. Thanks for the $32 return, Trump. Love the new tax brackets. Yeah, that sucks ass. Yeah, no, you're right, Travis. It doesn't help that much, but it is there. Like and it has helped more in the past. The only reason it doesn't help that much now is, I mean, you don't have like kids, which is like one of the primary sort of tax incentives. But like, it has helped more in the past than it does now. It doesn't help as much now because the economy is so generally fucked for everyone. And because the tax system is so fundamentally broken. But it has helped more in the past. Historically, being monogamous in America has been a very significant financial boon. It reminds me how I noticed at some point that all the complaints about that the human brain is stupid sometimes can be narrowed down to the idea that the brain works very well when there are patterns and Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Yeah, hey, remember child tax credits? Hey, you know what was cool about those child tax credits? You had to pay them back. Did you guys know that? It's pretty cool. They don't really talk about that, but yeah, it was just an advance. It wasn't. Yeah. So, for example, people like me, who took the child tax credit because there wasn't that much information about it at the time. I took the tax credit the year that I could claim my son because I'm divorced. We have an agreement where we have Reese on our taxes every other year. Yes, the Obama era ones. Actually, it wasn't the Obama era ones. It was the ones that who the fuck was that they did for the pandemic. The ones in, I think it was the 2021 tax year. Yeah, it would have been the 2021 tax year because it fucked me on my 2022 taxes. Yeah, it was the Trump ones. So it was an advance that you could get on your 2021 taxes that was implemented in 2020 by Trump. That's what it was. Anyways, Biden stopped them, but Biden also took away the additional tax incentive that was there because it did give you slightly more during the COVID era, but they took that away when COVID stopped being, or when COVID became endemic, because it's no longer a national emergency. Was about to drop a thanks, Obama, but yeah. But you always get a dependent credit for, you always get a dependent credit for kids. So the deal with this one was that it was pitched as an additional credit, but it turned out that you actually had to pay it, like it basically subtracted from your tax return early. So it took away, it was a portion of your tax credit that you could basically get as an advance. I simultaneously fucked up my taxes in the 2022 year and also couldn't claim my son. And because of the way the child tax credit worked, no, not the base credit. This was an additional one that everyone with kids got. I think it was like $1,200 per child, something ridiculous like that, which is very similar to the regular child credit. Anyways, so in addition to not being able to claim my son, I fucked my taxes in the 2022 year. And because of the child tax credit, I ended up having to pay back a given amount of it in addition to paying my back taxes that I fucked up in 2022. So it was like a whole complicated situation. I won't get further into it because it gets into like how divorce agreements work, and that's just way too complicated for stream. But they're definitely one of the reasons. Yeah, for sure. It's a whole thing. Giving people free money, I think, is generally good. But the way it was done, not good. It turns out not good, actually. I said I was going to be done very quickly, and we're still playing. I am going to sort this stuff off stream, and we'll hang out at the top of the house to close this out. So let's get on top of this tree over here. playing. Yeah, we've been just talking. That is so much what Minecraft streams turn into on this channel, is us just talking about capitalism or religion or philosophy or anything like that. Okay, that's gonna be it for this stream for now. Let me cut back over here. Thank you all. Capitalism mentioned again. Basic economics equals greater money supply is, yeah, you're right. My new finance TTRPG, Taxes and Tactics. Honestly, I would play an economics TTRPG. I would love that. Got that free money terms of conditions. Yeah, exactly, sure. I'm about to bike home. Might jump in. Hell yeah, you should definitely do that. Yeah, Travis would be very much into that. Maybe, Travis, that can be the next system we work on together. They have one? Okay, we'll talk about this later. I will see you all in the next one. We're going to be streaming Monday. It'll either be a Minecraft stream where we take on the Ender Dragon, or we'll be starting, or we'll be continuing Half-Life 2. Stars without... Yeah, you're not wrong. That's true. So I will see you all Monday. Thank you all for following. Who else? We had some people follow in between streams too. Let me shout them out 1 second. We had this time around Leona the Lioness and Bartket. Thank you for following. And then in between streams we had Akaitachi, and Dole Zero, who we raided the other day. Ooh, speaking of which, we should raid. Lasso is playing. Oh, we're gonna go raid Lasso. Here, let me speak with animals. Raid. Oh no, wait. What should we say? Lasso is playing Half-Life. Let's get critical. There we go. There is your thing for subscribers. And then for everyone else, we've got, we could do PogChamp. There we go. No, stop it. Stop it. There we go. We should say the half-life of our favorite radioactive element. Yeah. I don't know any of them off the top of my head. Also, let me pull up Lasso's stream so I know we're not, fucking typing in URLs. There we go. How we go? Okay. There we go. I will see you all in the next one. Until then, I love you, bye. 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 Love you, bye.